Peter Bunting has been appointed to the Senate. Former Member of Parliament for Central Manchester, Peter Bunting, who lost his seat in his constituency after the conclusion of the September 3rd parliamentary election, is on his way to the Senate after a controversial delay and saga between opposition leader Mark Golding and Norman Washington Horne. Mark Golding wrote to Governor General Sir Patrick Allen to advise him to appoint Bunting to the Parliament's upper chamber. This new development to the People's National Party means that the opposition party will have its full slate of senators for the first time since the new Parliament reconvened after the September 3rd general elections. Bunting will replace Attorney-at-Law Donna Scott-Motley as leader of opposition business in the Senate. On Friday, former PNP treasurer and entrepreneur Norman Horne advised that he had formally notified the Governor General that he was no longer interested in the vacant Senate seat, thus opening the path for Peter Bunting's appointment. Horne had been recommended for appointment to the Senate by former opposition leader Dr. Peter Phillips on September 14th. However, in October, Horne indicated that he would not take his seat in the upper house, but would instead allow the new president of the People's National Party and leader a free hand to choose their own senators. Mark Golding became the sixth PNP president on November 7th after defeating Lisa Hanna by over 296 votes. He also received the instruments of the Office of Opposition Leader from Sir Patrick Allen on November 10th. Last week, Wednesday, early in December, opposition leader Mark Golding made some public declarations and statements about his recommendation of Peter Bunting as the 8th senator on the opposition side. Mark Golding and Peter Bunting have been friends and business partners for a very long time, and his recommendation for Peter Bunting to be appointed to the Senate was absolutely no surprise. He also included Peter Bunting in his new PNP shadow cabinet and gave him the responsibility of overseeing the portfolio for national security, after Jackson, the former PNP chairman, was booted out of that portfolio. Mark Golding also appointed Peter Bunting as the leader of opposition business in the Senate, after effectively booting out Donna Scott-Motley and putting her in the place of his deputy. I wonder how Donna Scott-Motley must feel to have supported Lisa Hanna in her bid for the presidency of the People's National Party, and Lisa Hanna having lost, which would have meant that her position of leader of opposition business in the Senate would have been jeopardized. And as shown true to thought, Mark Golding went on to replace or boot out Donna Scott-Motley from the position of leader of opposition business and replace her with Peter Bunting. And then, to top it all, he made her deputy leader of opposition business. That, in my mind, is a demotion. The scheduled swearing-in ceremony for Bunting last week, Friday, was effectively blocked and thwarted by Norman Washington Horne, who had not resigned as he had indicated he would in October 2020. Norman Horne further went on to launch a public saga and to outline all of the controversies lying within the People's National Party, and to heavily critique the leadership style of Mark Golding. He further went on to expose the ongoing divisions and fractions inside the opposition party's political organization. As it stands, however, the matter has been resolved. Persons close to the PNP are hoping that all of these divisiveness factions and fractions that exist within the political organization will come to an end in the best interest of the party. However, that's the utopian dream. You have to consider how the persons may have felt about how Mark Golding went about replacing Donna Scott Motley and Fitz Jackson with Peter Bunting. He has been given a lot of posts. And of course, I know that he's very close to Mark Golding, so it is only natural for Mark Golding to want his best friend and longtime business partner close to his side, considering that he failed to get Angela Brown Burke in the post of chairman and was only able to get Dr. Dayton Campbell in the position of general secretary. Now, as general of the PNP, he now has someone else to support him. But I hope as well that he has made a very good decision in choosing Peter Bunting. Because what if he's setting up himself for a launch in terms of 2021? Will Peter Bunting be considering challenging Mark Golding for the leadership of the party? No, it's a wait and see. Maybe they're just giving it time for everything to settle down. But you never know with the factions and divisions that exist within the People's National Party. The Rise United team may also become one of the newly divided units. Well, the controversy is now over, and Bunting will take his seat in the upper house. Much, I'm sure, to the delight of the Rise United team. But what about Lisa Hanna's camp? What about the One PNP team? How are they feeling about this? Well, they have nothing to do about it. They just have to sit and absorb the fact that Mark Golding chose Peter Bunting and that Horne had to give up his Senate nomination, and that the Governor General was written to by Mark Golding. And obviously, Mark Golding has won, and Peter Bunting will be the 8th senator who will be sworn in at some time in the future. And the People's National Party will now have their full complement of senators in the upper house. As it stands, at the next meeting of the upper house, Peter Bunting is expected to take the oath of allegiance and take his seat as the 8th member of the opposition Senate. And he will also become the leader of opposition business in the Senate as well, filling the 8th and final position that existed on the opposition benches in the upper house. Former treasurer of the PNP, Norman Horne, had stalled this process after he was previously nominated by Peter Phillips, but he could not take up the appointment as he remained a citizen of the United States. King's House wrote to opposition leader Mark Golding and further advised him that a vacancy now exists in the Senate and that it is to be filled by a member of the opposition party. Opposition Senator Lambert Brown has said that he was extremely happy at the way that this worked out. He also said that the way is now clear for the Senate to be fully constituted. Brown further went on to state that he was looking forward to working with Peter Bunting in the upper house. He further noted that they have worked together in other areas in the political organization as well, with the PNP currently in turmoil as a result of the current divisiveness and bitter conflicts and issues that has plagued them for at least a decade or more. Brown has said that there was an urgent need for unity within the party. He said that it cannot unite on the basis of consolidating factions, so they just have to work together for the betterment of the organization. There is a unity committee within the party, so we have to look to bring all sides together as we go forward to tackle the problems facing Jamaica. It should also be noted that Horne has mentioned that his decision to decline his nomination to the Senate was made after lengthy discussions with family and close friends. In regards to his United States citizenship, Horne has mentioned that the process of renunciation of foreign citizenship can be a lengthy process, which would be further complicated by pandemic protocols. As with a former PNP senator in 2012, it is common practice that the renunciation process is completed following the appointment to the Senate. After the announcement that there would have been elections for a new party leader, Horne had indicated that he would give the new leader a free hand. It was his decision at the time not to further pursue renunciation, despite him deliberately not having taken the oath. He said that he was remiss in not delivering his resignation letter to the Governor General in keeping with his statement in October. Well, like, comment, share and subscribe. What do you think about this drastic turn of events? Horne has relinquished his hold on the Senate seat, and now Bunting is on his way to the Senate. He will take over from Donna Scott Motley, and he has already taken over from the PNP chairman who was booted out of his national security portfolio. Of course, he is currently in 3 primary positions. He will be the 8th senator. He will also be the leader of opposition business in the Senate. And he will also be and is currently the shadow minister for national security. Now, of course, he must be doubling over with joy. So much joy that he must be crying with joy at the delight that his friend Mark Golding is now the 6th PNP president, and he gets to bask in the glory of being the friend of the king of the PNP as it stands. Now we will wait and see to see if all of this goodness lasts. What of the PNP as a unit? How do the various members and supporters feel about this? Are they happy? Will more persons from the PNP youth organization and other PNP affiliates be resigning as well? Will some persons be leaving the party? What will Mark Golding be doing to incorporate persons like Lisa Hanna and others who may have supported her and others who may have supported Peter Phillips during his time as leader? Let's see what lies ahead for the People's National Party. Well, like, comment, share and subscribe. Let me know what you think about all of the matters that have been discussed. Do you feel like Horne was pressured to the point where he had to let go? And of course, Bunting is smiling and possibly crying with joy. Now, thanks for watching and goodbye.